We're Amerakin Overdose, a shock rock band from Portland, Oregon. I am the vocalist, Cody Perez.
I'm Freeman Manfree, the guitar player.
I'm Brick, the drummer.
Andrew Overdose, backing vocals.
This is the Human, producer, keyboard player, and this is the Enigma. He does stage antics and probably in the crowd pissing people off.
Molestation.
It started out with, I've been playing in bands for a long time, and I got bored of, switching from band to band, so I wanted to start something on my own. I found an ad on the internet that the Human was a keyboard player and a producer. So I came out and started a project with him, and we put some music together, and the long short of it is I ended up getting with Brick as a drummer, and then Freeman came along, and then Andrew came along, and then the Enigma came along. And we've been playing shows since April of 2010, and it's pretty much the gist of how it all started. I was just pissed off at, slacking musicians and switching from band to band. I wanted something more consistent and something that had a different sound than what Portland had to offer, as well as I wanted to put on a show, something entertaining that people could come see and talk about for a long time.
And that's how I found them as well, looking for something different. I'd been playing in bands for a number of years, and I wanted to do something with more of a show, an act, performance. And I looked on Craigslist and found these guys and enjoyed what they do and what we do now. And the rest was history, or at least short history.
Yeah, I got hooked up with Cody through one of his old MySpace pages from one of those bullshit bands that he was in, that he mentioned earlier. And basically, I came out, tried out, and we rocked the shit out of it, and the rest is just history.
I said that already, Brick.
You know what? I said it
You can't
after
use it
you.
twice.
There's nothing you can do.
We have a great chemistry, as you can tell. We've, I think that's what's kept it together and rolling such a, in such a great form. So, it's not always just about your musical talents when you're in a band. It's all about chemistry as well. You can be playing with the greatest musicians, but if they're assholes and you guys can't get along, it's not going to work.
These guys are assholes, though.
We're assholes, but we're all assholes on different levels where we can bump heads and then come into a compromise. But we like to laugh and we have a lot of fun. Trust me, there's plenty of videos out there you can check out and see just how much fun we have.
It's a battlefield.
It's a battlefield.
It's definitely a battlefield.
I met Cody like 10 years ago. A long time. Yeah.
We ran into each other at shows so many times.
Him and I have
a lot of
both
mutual friends.
fronted different bands, and I've known him for a long time, and I would just come out and I was like, I want to do guest vocals, and then somehow I ended up in a band with him.
We adopted him off the streets.
Yep, I'm their adopted. I'm their adopted baby.
A taste of this life of the world, all you wanted.
We're trying to get some remixes out, some techno-ish, dubstep type of feel of the songs, just to, get a reaction. He's actually working on an orchestra version of our song American Me, which I've heard a little bit of, and it sounds very interesting. We're working on a couple of covers. One of them is S&M by Rihanna. We want to start recording, but some new tracks, and we have about 12 of them, and we're continuing to write. Aside from that, we're still playing shows and promoting the band. We're trying to get out there to as many states. We're not even wanting to just get nationwide. We want to get international, and we've been doing a pretty good job with the internet doing that. Twitter and Facebook and Reverb Nation right now are our biggest tools that we use. We've been getting a lot of good positive feedback from the UK, from Germany, from Australia, Russia. Actually, our first person to buy the CD that we released in April was from Germany.
Yep.
So we've been doing a pretty good job promoting ourselves without a label or any management or anything like that. Everything we've been doing ourselves.
But we are looking for a booking agent. If you're a good booking agent that is actually legitimate and can get us on tours with semi-national up-and-coming acts and get us potentially paid or at least fed, hit us up. We need a booking agent. Please.
Control the inside, you control the out.
Me personally, I would love to work with Ross Robinson because he produced a lot of the bands that I love.
Yeah.
Other than that, I would love to tour with bands like Slipknot, bands like Mudvayne, Hell Yeah, Static X, Rob Zombie, Marilyn Manson. At the same time, I think with us style of music that we do, we could tour with Lady Gaga or Kesha. The weird poppy music, and I think people would be very accepting of us and something like that. Our shows we sometimes don't fit in with the really heavy bands. We're too light for them, and then sometimes we play with other bands where we're too heavy for them. So we're kind of like in this thing where we can branch out to a wide audience, not just categorized as just for metalheads or people that like aggressive music. It's a good time on stage. We have a wide sound of influence that we're people of all sorts of genres of music they listen to will at least like one of our songs or two of our songs, or at least get it stuck in their head.
I just want to work with people who want to make cutting edge music and really push the envelope. I don't care who they are. They could be nobodies, or they could be the best producers on the planet. Just good people.
Chemistry's everything again.
Everything. For me, really, it's pretty much anything that will just make us and take us to the next level is really what I like. That are different and things kind of outside the box but uniform at the same time. It's pretty much.
What do you want to do, Andrew? Who
Like,
do you want to do?
Cody and I grew up during the same era, and so a lot of our influences are the exact same, and it would be like the hugest boner to work with Ross Robinson, because he so many of our favorite bands, he did their biggest albums, and the albums that got me into them, like first Slipknot album, first Korn album. He's, and his spectrum is huge, and he really brings out
Limp
such
Bizkit.
a creative, I don't know, dynamic with what he does. He definitely finds really deep down what's inside of you and pushes you to that. So Ross Robinson.
I think it's really raw. From what I've heard of the music that he's done for the bands, their most raw albums are the ones that he's touched, and that's what you need to capture. I think is that raw aggression. You don't need to over polish anything. You need to get that moment and capture it, and that's what's important, and that's what sticks out in most people's minds is when you get that magic moment that you can't go back and do again.
I guess I would say that I would like to work with Aphex Twin, or Eric Powell from Portland. He's a Portland native, I guess, or at least he lives here anyways, and I really enjoy 16 Volt a great deal, so it would be interesting to work with him some, see what he could do for us to push us along, especially since he's been doing it for so long, and he's very much our genre.
Yeah, Eric Powell would be a great person to work with. I agree.
Aphex Twin as well. Richard D. James is just crazy. He's immaculate. I think that it would be insane to have a metal remix from Aphex Twin. And plus it would be groundbreaking, I think.
Heavy metal, pop music, rap, everything, literally. We like an aggressive sound. We want something that sticks in your head. Obviously, we want something unique, not just heavy and not just poppy. We want it to, stand out. So, usually start out with a beat and then put a guitar riff or some sort of electronical sound behind it, and then, go from there. I say for me, for influences, I would say Pantera, Slipknot, Mudvayne, Metallica, Static X, Rob Zombie, everything really. 80s music, 70s music, just anything and everything. I like music, period. It's my life, so I would say that for me.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with Cody, and that's one of the unifying things about this band is that we all tend to like the same genres, not necessarily just industrial bands or shock rock bands, but music in general we enjoy. We just choose to lean more towards something that's shocking and more performance. And when it comes to writing music or writing the songs that have been written, Cody and Human really take care of that, and we come in and tweak what they do a little bit or put our own ideas on top of that and make it more AOD. But for the most part, Cody and Human are the people who write the music, and their influences really shine through a lot because they're really good at expressing what we all want to say. Rick.
Well, A lot of my influences are definitely, I'm a very funk drummer, but I don't necessarily do a lot of this stuff into this project. But I jump around. We all kind of jump around to the same kind of music here and there. It doesn't matter what genre it is. We could be listening to rap 1 second, or 80s metal, or anything else like that. We all just kind of enjoy music. Every single one of us do.
And I have to clarify, when he says he funks it up and he's a funk drummer, trust me, in that small box that we practice in, it's pretty goddamn funky.
The little shop of horrors is what we call
Horrors. Yes.
I would say, like, to truly understand, like, we have such a broad spectrum of influences. Like, I mean, you could go through any of our iPods, and you would find so many different just variations of genres of music. Like, I could have, like, Neil Diamond on a playlist and then go to Moto Grader or Slipknot or something, like, heavy, like, anything, really. Lots of across the board. We listened to Motley Crue on the way here.
Die Antwoord,
No, Diane
Yeah.
Ward, yes. Bob Dylan.
Lady Gaga.
Yes.
Not for me.
Not for you, but you
You don't
listen
like
to
Lady Gaga?
Tinkerbell music.
I thought you liked
constantly.
chicks with dicks.
Yeah, come on now.
You told me that. And when I worked on your computer, I saw those pictures. I figured you'd be into her.
Trannies.
Yeah, well,
Something you can hang your hat on.
Suffer to survive, the fight to stay alive. We gotta take it to another level.
Before every show, we usually will lose Cody somewhere and Brick. We won't say where they are, but they're usually gone.
Women.
We definitely, have a drink, a shot of Jaeger, maybe a Coors Light,
Vodka.
maybe some vodka.
definite Jaeger. For
Me and Andrew will medicate.
Definitely.
Yeah.
for
Highly.
sure. Those are rituals every time. Human likes to take an Advil. Put your earplugs in. It's a ritual for him.
Yeah.
But we do get together and give ourselves a little huddle and put our fists out and connect with one another and do a little chant and really, hype ourselves up every single time. Sometimes if we don't do it, it's a bad show. But so we try to do it as much as we can.
We have a little motto. It's get shit done, and I think that's what's helped us, keep going with this band. No matter what we've overcome so many different things. We've had band members come and leave. We've had promoters screw us over. We have one of our band members currently in jail right now. We faced a lot of different things, and we've overcome all of them with that motto of get shit done. And that's what we chant right before we get ready to play a show. We put our hands in the middle and yell it as loud as we can. And corrupt, dominate, destroy is another motto that we live by, because that's exactly what we're doing.
Yeah.
Another ritual, I guess, would be we like to round up women.
Yes.
We're definitely a band that attracts a lot of women to our live shows for whatever reason. As you can tell, we're not the most attractive looking on the outside, but for some reason, the music really attracts women. So we like to party, we like to hang out.
And we love you women.
We do.
Keep coming
Trust.
to the
Keep
shows.
coming.
We
Come
love
to
you
us.
and we hate you. But that's usually what we do is, after a good show, we get together and we all hang out. And even when we don't have shows, that's the great thing about this band. We all get together and we hang out anyways. We just went on a camping trip a couple of weeks ago.
Barbecue like a motherfucker.
Barbecue. We can get along.
Drank heavily.
We don't feel like this is a job where you just get together on the days that you have to do the duty. We hang out and we feel like it's a family.
Oh, the makeup. Well,
Cross your legs, please.
makeup is fuck off, Andrew. That's what makeup is.
It's true.
Shut the fuck up, Blueberry. We wear makeup because, well, we enjoy the shock value of it, but we also represent certain aspects of the living dead mentality in American culture. We are Amerakin Overdose, and we represent the overdose of American culture and all the different cultures that came here and got mixed up and spit back out to the world, which is in some ways, in my personal opinion and most of ours, kind of destroying the rest of the world. So people are using something that feels good and it's actually killing them. But the face paint is like the shamans or witch doctors or any people that bring new breaking information to society in a shocking manner, because if you come nicely at people, they just tend to ignore it. But if you come at something that'll either make them hate you or be scared or at least enamored by what they're seeing, they're going to pay attention to what it is they're looking at. And so that is why we do the makeup.
Also, we get thrown different names from different groups that have done the makeup, but how many bands, how many different groups, artists both in rap and in rock and metal and all sorts of genres of music have done the makeup thing. You can compare us to this band as much as you can compare the band that influenced them to wear the makeup, as much as the band that was right before them to that band. So it's like it's not something that we just went and ripped off of some band. It's something that a lot of bands have done in the past, and you can't point the finger on one and say, oh, you're copying this band. We're not trying to be anyone else.
It actually stretches back all the way through human history, probably a good 40,000 years of entertainers using makeup to entertain people.
As well as props too.
Props too, like meat, bones.
Yes,
Yeah.
we've used raw meat parts from cows and whatnot on
Cow
stage.
heads.
Yeah.
We use blow-up dolls, confetti. We've been banned from certain
Squirt
venues for
guns.
using it.
Squirt guns.
Fake
definitely.
blood, fake pills, fake money.
Fake pills.
We've thrown lots of things
Real
at
pills.
the crowd. We like to put on a show, like I said. It's you can always expect to be entertained, whether you like the music or not. It's always a good show. We make sure to entertain everybody.
And remember, guys, even if you don't like our music, bring a girl to the show because she'll fuck you afterwards. I promise you that.
Or one of us.
Or one of
Or
yeah.
one of us.
Or one of us.
We'll
She might
probably
fuck one of us and still go home and fuck you.
Hey,
So
it's
tell her to
all
watch
good.
that
She
shit.
might let you watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$20.
$100.
Yeah.
$100.
We
He's
get to use
100,
your
he's
bed.
20.
I'm 20. Just making that clear.
High class.
Yeah, he's 50 cents.
Sarah Rue. Oh, Brondo, it has electrolytes.
Had electrolytes.
And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Sarah Rue.
Mm-hmm.
Who the fuck is that?
Look her up. Do yourself a favor. I'm fucking shocked you don't know who she is.
Is she an actress?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I have a long list, probably all porn stars though, because I don't know, they're extreme and they're not gonna fucking call you the next day probably. So probably a long list of hot blonde porn stars. Most people know I like blondes, skinny, big ass, tan skin. I think I make it very clear what I like. So
Yeah, if you go on Facebook and you see all those hating bitches that put up pictures of the fake plastic Barbie doll girls and talk shit,
Hit this man
that's
up.
his dream date. Every night, all night, maybe 2 or 3 at a time. Or at least in succession.
Human likes the big old round booties.
Because he.
What do they call them? Brazzers?
Oh, he wrote something here.
Oh.
Kim Kardashian. She obviously wasn't done right in
Good
those
choice.
videos and needs to have her assets utilized.
There you go, Kim. There's your
Kim,
next video. You get
come
more
up-
famous. This guy
You hit
will
up
blow
Amerakin Overdose and he'll tap that ass like a motherfucker.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Mr. Enigma here.
He wants to fuck Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
let's
he
be
just
honest.
whispered Justin Bieber into my ear.
Is he legal of age yet?
I don't know.
Yeah.
He's got
Yeah.
Is he legal of age? If he is, then he's fair game for you. There you
Yeah.
go.
He's
buddy.
got an app that's counting down to Justin Bieber's birthday. They put it out for the girls, but he downloaded it and it's fucking weird.
He has a strange obsession with Justin Bieber.
How about you, Mr. Brick?
He
Tell us
loves
something.
the-
Me, honestly, I would have to say my perfect date would be non-one at all, and just fucking at least 30 women throughout the night.
He wants a
to be
gangbang.
honest, yes, I want to fuck as many women as possible throughout that night. Period.
Have
and
him
it
bent
would-
over. You just stick
Oh
it
yeah,
in for a
just
minute.
da, left, right, doing all kinds of crazy paradiddles, all kinds of shit.
No condom.
No, yeah, fuck it.
You had to think about
I'm going
that
in
one,
bareback.
America, he had to think about that one.
I
He
did.
thought about it for a second. He was like, yeah, I want to wear a condom, but I know I'm probably going to not. So,
It's true.
What the
Your
fuck?
mind tells you want to, but your dick says I don't care.
yeah.
How about you, Andrew Overdose?
That's kind of a loaded question. I don't know. I am a little gay.
His girlfriend told us.
He's a
She
quarter bi.
Showed us the
Yeah,
strap on.
I
He's a
am
quarter
in a
bi.
committed relationship, but if I had to I'd say Britney Spears in her prime.
Okay, so this is like a fail-safe question. He knows that he can say shit like this, and his girlfriend ain't gonna get mad because you know,
I'd fuck Ball, dude. I don't care. Ball Britney Spears.
bullshit. Let's hear the real one. We wanna know what porn star you'd fuck.
Yeah. Go
What's
on.
the porn you've been looking at?
Who'd
lately?
you?
That's what we
Yeah,
want to know.
yeah.
The bestiality.
Gagger.
Polly Shore.
Polly Shore.
Lexington Steel.
Who is Lexington? Oh,
Oh, see there?
you fat.
Now we know the truth. He likes dirty whores. Huh.
It's true.
You ain't going for
That's
no
a
Britney
dude.
Spears.
Big fan, buddy.
But he knows,
Big fan.
America. He knows he's a fucking guy. I had no clue.
I
Fucking
can
watch
tell by the
shit.
way
Yeah,
that
fucking
Human
porn.
whispered it to you.
Oh, good God. You're fucking bad. Get back in your cage.
But no.
We do keep him in a cage, by the way.
Yes.
You have no idea.
Do not mistake that, America.
Mm-mm.
Sometimes when he's
He's a
really
wild-
bad,
He's a wild creature.
we squirt him down with a hose.
Bing Dow.
Yeah.
But the truth is that we're always open to anybody. So
And
we love
taking
women.
applications. You can definitely hit us up on any social network, and
It's true.
We'll let you know. Hit us up.
Just be completely straight out with that. This
Except for
man
Andrew.
cries. Yeah, except for Andrew. He's a little girl.
And he doesn't like fat chicks. Just
Yeah,
let that
yeah.
be.
No fat chicks, by the way. Definitely no fat chicks. I like my salmon.
Cause I'm a reckless, broken mess. Too much pain.
Well, Human doesn't use any equipment. Everything he does in his head, and then he
It's
just
mind
insert
manipulation.
a USB card to his butthole, and he fucking just shoots it out. So we're not even worried about his equipment. But me, I love Dean. I love Dean guitars. And Dean, I've bought plenty of your guitars. You need to make me a special Freaky Deaky Dean guitar that only Freeman Manfrey has, and send it to my house. Look me up on Facebook.
I use a wireless Shure microphone, and about it. I mean,
I use definitely Mapex. I've had one for a very long time now, and I've definitely played a lot of it. It's one of the best drum sets I've ever had, and I use Sabian cymbals as well, and Vic First sticks. This man,
Sure microphones all the way. But Human, I know for sure likes Korg. Yeah, that's right, Korg.
No, you're wrong.
You're
You
wrong,
don't pay
buddy.
good attention. You're a bad.
Am I a bad
man.
dwarf?
Yeah,
Yes.
you're a bad dwarf.
Fuck.
you're gonna get beat later.
No, the Human uses Roland.
That's what I meant.
He likes
has a
the
chord.
older A-series Rolands.
He has a Korg.
Roland controllers, Motu samplers. I know he uses some Native Instrument soft synths and stuff like that.
damage.
Mach 5, I think, as well. Yeah. All good stuff.
Pro Tools.
But Roland, if you're listening, he likes the old I think they're A-series, right? Yeah, he likes the old A-series. He doesn't like the new stuff. He just doesn't like the way the keys feel. So, just so you know, you should probably switch that back for the guys, and so they can get new updated stuff and still have the old controller feel.
The Enigma uses blow-up dolls, confetti, condoms.
Pills,
He uses bath
fake
salts.
money,
Fake
I'm
pills.
pretty
bath salts.
Yeah.
Bath salts are thrown out randomly, so
yeah.
if you're lucky enough to catch one, you better fucking hold on to that shit. Because
But he
Rocket.
usually pockets that shit.
Yeah.
I honestly think that we go and we buy the fucking bath salts, right? And we give them to him to throw out to the crowd, but he pockets the shit and he just goes get some fucking
Fucking Pop Rocks.
regular Epsom salt bath
And
salts, like
all
at
kinds
Pier
of
1 or
crazy
something.
shit.
And he throws that shit out there. So these poor kids, man, they go home and they're trying to smoke fucking real bath salts, not that designer shit. You're
Yeah.
a bad fucking man.
He used to talk. I don't know what happened to him.
We cut his tongue out.
Oh,
don't
fuck.
don't ask.
We also removed his teeth so that when
Ah.
he goes on his rage, he can't really do much. He can just nub at us.
Gum us.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Human's
Yeah.
right. He actually has the best meth mouth. I mean, it's fucking
Best.
phenomenal.
Best.
Whoa, that shit is fucking out of sight.
Gummer.
And on those long, lonely nights on the road, man, that shit comes in handy. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It's true.
I will
It's
tell you.
always his turn in the fucking barrel,
you have to
seriously,
get to a certain level of drunk though for that to happen. Because
which is not hard. We usually get there,
Yes.
you know, right about mid-set. We're good to go. So the time we're off, we're ready.
Yeah.
And he's usually right in the barrel waiting because he's very willing to.
Yeah.
He secretly
Facilitate.
told me, because, you know, before he took his teeth and, you know, tongue out, he told us that he likes to imagine this Justin Bieber every time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
even when it's Cody.
So we whore him out to truck drivers at pilot gas stations.
Yeah, so we can get money and gas money to get to the next destination sometimes.
Yeah.
But normally he's reserved for us. But if we run into some sticky situations,
And a candy bar.
literally,
yeah. You know, so I didn't even give him a candy bar. You give him a candy bar?
No, the candy bar's for me.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, you can't sell him.
It's like an
That's-
after-dinner mint.
It's illegal.
He doesn't get the candy bar, dude.
No, so you eat the candy bar and fucking?
No, the truck driver fucking
No. Oh.
from the money. That's my cut.
Oh,
Dude,
God.
I get $200. I don't know.
Did
what the fuck
we
you're
mention
talking
this band
about.
is full of whores, one way or another?
Sponsored by Red
Whores.
Bull.
It's true. We're not sponsored by Red Bull.
No, we're not.
We'd like
He-
to be.
He
I'd
likes
like to
Red
be.
Bull. You can sponsor Andrew Overdose. Make him your poster child.
Yes, please, for
Yes.
caffeine.
And we will post something later where you see, Red Bull in full action. He's
I
fucking
can't do it in
reckless.
here because this room is very small. But if you heard a full-fledged Red Bull, woo, you don't even know.
But we all like Monster,
Monster.
Jägermeister.
Jägermeister.
Oh, I like
Absinthe
Monster too.
Ordinaire. We love cheap vodka. If there's a cheap vodka company out there that wants to get some heavy promotion, we will drink your
We
shit.
will drink.
We will overdrink
constantly.
your shit and
Over.
feed it to hot women
Yeah.
and then fuck them and then we'll send you pictures and fucking you can jack
Do
off.
whatever
can
you
put
want with
Jäger- hey,
Absolute, really.
You
Come
could be
on.
up there with Jägermeister. I mean, imagine
Yeah.
a vodka that's at the same slutty, sexy level as Jägermeister. You know what I mean? We'll help you out. Hit us up. And Coors Light.
Coors
We love
Light.
the Blue Mountains.
Don't you sip on absinthe?
Yeah, Absinthe
Yeah.
Ordinaire. I already said that.
Oh,
It's the same company as Jägermeister, so
okay.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll
It's
have
delicious.
You could split that. You sit as 1/2 gallon of Absinthe and 1/2 gallon of Jägermeister. We're good.
Half and half each.
Every show. Maybe 2.
Man,
A bag of Doritos.
fuck this guy.
We're not. We don't. We're
No.
anti Frito Lay.
No. No Doritos.